What if I told you that you could learn to ski or snowboard without ever setting foot on a mountain? Sounds impossible, right? Well, today on Eat, Live, Love San Fernando Valley, we're at Virtual Snow LA, and they're redefining how you can hit the slopes without the icy falls or the hefty price tag. Stay tuned as we explore how this one-of-a-kind place is helping locals conquer the slopes with confidence, all right here in the San Fernando Valley. Let's check it out. If you've ever skied or snowboarded in your life, then you know there's a lot of things you have to take into account. Now that includes gas, lodging, lift tickets, which could easily be over $200 a day in today's times. You know, also you have to take into account if you're renting the equipment, right? And so these are all things that add up. So, especially if you're a beginner, what typically happens is the first couple days you end up falling 95% of the time on the ice, and that's just not really a lot of fun. So imagine if we told you that there's a place here in the San Fernando Valley where you can work out all those kinks to get rid of kind of how you might fall the first couple days on the mountain and really become really solid up on the slopes, and yet at the same time you don't have to worry about falling on the ice, as well as you don't have that hefty price tag. So today on Eat, Live, Love San Fernando Valley, we're going to be checking out Virtual Snow LA here in Woodland Hills, where you can actually be on a machine to be able to practice your skiing and snowboarding without actually being on the slopes. Let's go check it out.
Hey, Rob,
good to see you, man.
Good to see you too, man.
Wow, this is a pleasure to finally come out and feature you guys. So, for someone who's not familiar with Virtual Snow LA, what is it?
Well, we are a ski and snowboard training facility. We teach people how to ski and snowboard on simulators, as you can see. They're carpet ramps that are slanted on a slope. What it does is it effectively mimics snow coming to you rather than you go into the snow. It helps with your muscle memory, and we've taught thousands of people how to ski here and in Santa Monica as well.
So how did Virtual Snow LA even come about?
Yeah, so my dad, Bad Rob Salerno, he was the best freestyle skier in the world in the 70s. He actually trained on carpet ramps like this, but they were 70 feet long. And then when he moved out to LA, he decided, because his true passion was teaching after his freestyle career was over, he developed these simulators so he could start teaching people of all levels. Beginners, people who've never seen snow before. We train intermediate skiers, we train advanced skiers, and even people train for competition on these things.
So full disclosure, I had never skied before. I never grew up skiing at all until my oldest child took a lesson up in the mountains, and she loved it, and we thought, like, well, one of us has got to be up there with her. And so at 44 years old, I never skied, and so I wanted to find a way to actually learn before I got up on the mountain. And I was amazed.
Yeah, you found us.
Yeah, I found you guys, and I was just absolutely amazed of how much I was able to learn. And like you were talking about muscle memory before, though, wow, I couldn't believe how sore I was afterward, because it's not, you know, just a 1 hour session. It's so much more than that.
Right. An hour of skiing on this machine is equivalent to about a full day of skiing, right? Because you're literally skiing back and forth for an hour straight, and on the mountain you're, you know, you got a 10-minute run, and then you got a 20-minute lift, and then you got to go to the lodge, you got to grab a beer, you know, that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's a really intense workout. You're able to learn in a controlled environment rather than on the hill. You got so many environmental factors. You got people coming at you, you're worried about getting hit, you're worried about falling. You can't really fall on this machine. The worst thing that can happen is you just kind of look a little silly. If you catch an edge, you just end up suspended by a harness here.
But one of the things I really like here is that, as opposed to on the mountain, like you said, because there's so many things coming at you, until you become that expert skier, that you can come in here with one area. Maybe it's parallel turns, you know, maybe it's edging, you know, maybe if you're just in the beginning, you really want to work on your pizza and French fries, right? And you can pick something and you can literally focus on that for the entire session. You guys do such a great job of training.
Yeah, thank you, man. Yeah, that happens all the time. People come in, snowboarders who have a hard time linking their turns from the toe edge to heel edge. We get some people who come in and just work on their switch snowboarding, which meaning, you know, the opposite way they normally ride. And even some guys come in here to learn how to ski backwards.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, cool, man. I'm excited to test out your simulators today with my oldest daughter, Hannah. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's get some, bro.
Hannah, what's your favorite part of skiing?
Going down to mountain and having the wind like coming into my face.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, so what do you want to work on today? What are you trying to get better at for this season?
My parallel turns.
And what about your parallel turns are you trying to work on?
Probably like staying in my parallel.
Also kind of maybe to lean forward a little bit more? What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, even I'm trying to work on that. So you're not, and I'm going to be working on some of that today also. All right, so you finally ready to start skiing?
I can't wait to start practicing.
Let's do it. You know, in a weird way, it's like I have to envision myself on the mountain. I can envision myself making those turns. Yeah. It's a weird sensation that you really putting in your head as if you're going down the mountain and then executing what you just learned. Yeah. And then you remember that when you're on the mountain. So Rob, here's the million-dollar question is when people come in, I'm sure they ask you, how many sessions do they need in order to really be self-sufficient up on the mountain?
How my dad used to answer that question is, how good do you want to be? The more you come, the better you get. A lot of the time people will finish a 10-session package with us. They'll go up to the mountain, their first time ever seeing snow, and they'll be linking turns on blue runs on their first day. What we're all about is just maximizing the fun. The more you come see us, the more fun you have here and the more fun you have there, and everybody wins.
That's the name of the game, having fun. Hey guys, so as we've talked with Rob and as you've seen, if you're looking to get into skiing or snowboarding, just full disclosure, I didn't even start skiing until I was 44 years old. And actually I've become a pretty decent skier up on the mountain and just to be able to compliment my kids when we go. So the beauty of coming to a place like here and working out everything on the simulators, when you get up to the mountain, you know, look, you have your lift tickets that could easily be over $200 a day, plus the cost of renting equipment, so it could be a lot of money. So if you really want to be able to maximize your fun, like Rob said, it really does make sense actually to come here and have a few sessions so you can either one, if you're the first timer, to kind of get used to everything, or two, somebody like myself to kind of be able to get up to the next level and be able to have the confidence when you go to the mountain the next time. So either way, come and check these guys out. Virtual Snow LA, they're located in Woodland Hills, right here on Ventura Boulevard by the Sports LTD. Come and check them out. I think you're going to have a really fun time if you do. Tell everybody we said hello from Eat, Live, Love San Fernando Valley. And if you like this episode, make sure you like, comment, and as always, most importantly, share. And we'll see you next time on Eat, Live, Love San Fernando Valley.